and welcome to the Yovy D show, a podcast from a former media corporate in broadcasting to a venture uprising entrepreneur in podcasting. Hi, my kiddos. How are you? How are you? How are you? Stick around. The show is about to start right now. Today's theme is, do you feel that you're doing so much but that it doesn't feel like you're doing anything at all? Stick around. Hi, my kiddos. Hi, my friends. Welcome to the Yovy D show. Hola, mi gente latina. Yes, I'm bilingual. Check it out. So, for my people out there, do you feel sometimes that you're so caught up doing so much that it feels like you also not doing anything at all? It must be God is working behind the scenes. I really think so. I really do. Hello, my kiddos. Remember, you're listening to the Yovy D show. And you can also listen to it on your Apple Podcast, Spreaker, Catbox, Google Cast, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, Stitcher, and TuneIn, and also on Spreaker and Patreon. If you like it, support it. You know what you gotta do. You gotta press that button. Press that button. Okay, here's a story when I used to work in corporate. I was a manager and I had 6 employees, give and take. And obviously everybody had a different personality. And this was the first time officially that I was in a position of leadership and direction, giving direction to and delegate tasks to other people. I tell you, long story short, I fail so badly, because when I landed that opportunity, the truth of the matter was, this is on behalf that I already had. Within a month, period of 2 months, I had been laid off from the company that I worked for 14 years and 6 months. I got a story for that, but that will be in another podcast. Anyways, fast forwarding, I'm here in California, got the job, move out, did all great things, and I have a staff that obviously when I got there, it really caught them really off guard. Because the truth of the matter was that there were some individuals that were expecting to be promoted. And obviously that did not happen. And obviously 2 other new people came about. That would be myself and somebody else, another coworker, in taking the created new position. So yes, there was resistance. Yes, there was a grudge. Yes, as I said, I fail horribly, but I rise up. But stand there, stay there. back to where I started this podcast, am I eating more than I can chew? That was a perfect example of what I was going through, because I was really in the highs of a brand new job. I said that I wanted to be a manager. I became a manager. I thought that I was going to be able to handle it. And I'm not going to tell you, the truth of the matter is it was riding high. Things were really going really well at the time. I was also in a relationship. So things were kind of really laying down. And but as I said, coming back to the staff was not the welcome party or the welcome committee. And I had to win them at my best with integrity and understanding. Did I have the skills? Not quite. When I tell you that I failed in a way that I got a warning. I got a warning from my boss after 3 months that, yes, I was notified that if I did not improve in the following 30 days, I was going to be dismissed. Yes. And at that moment of distraught, and the truth of the matter is, I wasn't focusing. I was not doing my part. I thought I did, but I really end up relying upon my staff more than I was supposed to in tackling what I needed to do. The biggest lesson also that I learned is really, really drawing my personal life with my working life. Like they say, you leave everything the moment that you walk in through the door at work. You leave everything behind. That was the hard lesson for me. I really bit more than I could chew. I got really overwhelmed very quickly. And obviously really placed in a position, especially when a lot of people were like, she's black, she's Latina, why she's in this position, who she's connected to, what makes her better than anybody else. And you know what is the funny part? Is that after 2 or 3 years, I won their trust. I won the integrity, because I decided to stand for that, for the ethic part, with the respect. I can tell you there was a lot of sleepless nights, very much so, and very hard lessons. Does it take pain? Does it take a really big blow to kind of like shake your core and see and understand what are you made of and what you're coming through? And obviously, I was referred to this position, but I needed to prove myself. I was hired for a reason, and I needed to definitely buckle up. It was one of the most hardest tests in my life, in my career, working. I needed to prove and say, hey, I have this education, and this is the reason that I was hired, and this is the way that I'm going to carry myself in this environment. And I needed to create the environment, because I've been also on the other side. I've been an employee, and I have had several kinds of different bosses. And I said, I need to embody the kind of boss, the kind of leader that I'm looking up to, that I want. I want to create an environment of empowerment. I do not believe in micromanagement. It handicaps the person. I don't believe in breathing under your neck. I believe that people should be definitely accountable of their actions. That's it. And once they understood that, and for the understanding of where I'm coming from with an organizational management background, saying, no, this is your job, this is your task, you complete it, and at the same time, I'm going to cost you. It was not easy. But at the long term, they got my game and understanding and respect. Hello, my kiddos. Remember, you're listening to the Yovy D show, and you can also listen to it on your Apple Podcast, Spreaker, Catbox, Google Cast, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, Stitcher, and TuneIn, and also on Spreaker and Patreon. If you like it, support it. You know what you gotta do. You gotta press that button. Press that button. My final thoughts are, I thought at that time, 3 years ago, it was the hardest test. Well, the hardest test in my corporate working life. But then again, doing this podcast, doing what I love, is also a big test. Yep, don't let the odds work against you. Work with the odds for you. I'll repeat that again. Don't let the odds work against you. Make the odds work for you. That's it, my kiddos. See you next week. Ciao, ciao. Bye. All right. Everybody say, okay, I like the Yovy D show, so where can I find you? You can find me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter. And I also am on YouTube. But stop by and say hi. And of course, we have the Anchor app where you can leave us a message. Leave me a message with your wonderful, amazing voice, because I know it is. And I'll get back to you. Ciao, ciao, kiddos.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.